All right. I think we are good. Please let me know if the stream lags. For various reasons, things are a lot different now than they used to be. Okay, it looks like I am streaming at 1080p, which is good. I was afraid that wouldn't be possible. Because Twitch is dumb and does not appear to support my new laptop's GPU yet for enhanced broadcasting. Oh my god! Thanks for the follow, Reptep. Appreciate you. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, you are not dreaming. Yes, we are going to play Pyanodons again. But I am also going to start over again. For a lot of reasons, I'm not happy with the way the last one was turning out, and I kind of want a fresh start. Also, there have been some breaking changes in the 2.1 Pyanodons update, and I really don't want to debug those, and I want to do some things differently. So, yeah, we're going to start over. Also, hello! I'm going to be streaming with a webcam this time. So, yes, actually, that is a good question. We are going to be playing with spoilage, and I forgot to enable it. Oh, no, it is enabled. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you'll notice that the GUI scale is really small. This is 100% scaling, and I'm going to keep it this way. I'm sorry if it makes it hard for you to see, but I am going to prioritize more of my experience this time around, rather than the experience of chat. Do be comforted in the fact, though, however, that I am also recording these VODs locally at full 15 megabits per second AV1. So I will be uploading those to YouTube. So the YouTube VODs will actually be significantly higher quality than the Twitch VODs will be. So if you are unable to watch this for any reason, then you can watch them on YouTube later and they will be in much higher resolution. Why am I in the void? What do you mean? You're talking about my background? I have not decorated yet, and as such, there's echo in here. So yeah, there's been a lot of changes since I last streamed. I haven't streamed in a while because stuff has been happening. Some of you who attended my dev streams a month ago will know that I have moved house. I'm no longer in an apartment. I'm in my own house now. It's great. I have an office. The office is kind of empty at the moment, though. But I'm gonna fix that at some point once I recover financially from buying a house and buying a new laptop. I'm gonna see if I can show you. No, I can't. This webcam cord is way too short. Just take my word for it that over here is a Framework 13 Pro laptop that I got on Monday. The X7 358H, and it has an integrated B390 GPU. And that GPU is powerful enough to stream and play Factorio at the same time. So that's what we're going to be doing. I am no longer using my PC. In fact, I'll show you my PC. So this is the PC that I used to stream on. It's a Form T1, has a 10900K, and it used to have a 6800 XT, but now it has a 9070 XT that I borrowed from my oldest brother. This is going to turn into a Bazite gaming box that will be in my living room, and I'm going to be doing all my streaming from my new laptop from now on. Well, to be more accurate, parts of that computer are going to turn into a server, and the GPU is going to go into my current server's motherboard and become a Bazite box. Yes, it is in a pile on the floor. My office is still. I actually just cleaned up all the boxes that were behind me right before the stream. I've been really lax in unpacking. Okay, but without further ado, let's go. So I already picked out a seed. I just did some seed checking before we started. or before I started streaming, and I chose this seed because all of the starting resources are separate, but they're also still really close together. So that's what we're going to be playing with. Let's go. Oh gosh, there's no game audio. One sec. Let's try that again. Duh, frick. I don't know why it was going into my music thing. Okay, well, let's try it again. It should have preserved the seed. Yes, it did. We have cliffs turned on. We have enemy bases turned off. We have pollution turned off. We have asteroids for some reason. Yeah, let's go. And now we have game audio. Welcome to Factorio Free Play. Your task is to launch a rocket into space. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small and work your way up with automation. Protect yourself from the native species as they might not appreciate your presence. What you talking about? There's no native species on this planet. Okay, I'm trying to decide, because I want to keep a lot of saves of this as we go on. Yeah, I'll go 001. I'll save after every stream. So stream 1. Sorry, stream 0, because this is the initial save. All right, now I'm gonna double check. So the mods that I have enabled, we have alien biomes, we have the full Pice suite, but I'm not playing with hard mode. As much as I said I wanted to play hard mode last time, I've decided I actually don't. So I'm not gonna complain about that anymore. I'm also playing with some quality of life. Well, some. I actually have quite a few. So we have automatic station and train painter. We have automatic underground pipe connectors. This is one of the single best mods I've ever used. It's awesome. We have belt visualizer. We have better victory screen. With bottleneck light, of course. Brake squeal. Brake squeal is just great. I love it. Cursor enhancements. Enable all feature flags. That is for the spoilage mechanic. Deciduous train caller, which lets me just call it, like pick a train that's my personal train and call it to me wherever I am on the nearest rail. We have factory planner, factory search, filter helper, fluid wagon color mask, ghost counter, honk, insert a throughput fork, a logical entity tracker. That's for the Simon's calculator. We have map tag generator. Actually, I don't want that. I'm going to disable that. Milestones, reconfigure placement. Then we have the production rates calculator extreme. This is a simplex solver, which is pretty cool. Production rates library, which I am very slowly rewriting rate calculator, use this library as well because it supports ghosts. We have rate calculator, squeak through 2, tape line, text plates, underground indicators fixed, and valves. Yes, which stream this is indeed a restart. So right now my laptop's just sitting. Wait, do I have performance mode on? Yes. Okay. It would have been funny if I was streaming in power save mode. I have my laptop sitting on the desk over here. But I'm eventually going to get a stand for it so that I'll be looking up here instead of looking down here. It'll be a lot nicer. But for now, I have to look down to read chat, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Okay, well, third time's the charm. Let's start. Oh, it's coming out of my speakers. That's hilarious. There we go. I'm glad I checked that. TTSL chat messages, that sounds like the opposite of a good time. Alright, for real this time. Let's go. So, some things are going to be different this time. One, I'm not going to try to do a bus, because that was just an absolute disaster. Two, I am not using Blueprint Shotgun, because while Blueprint Shotgun is so nice, it also made robots feel a lot less impactful, so I want to suffer adequately before I get robots. So let's go. Please let me know if the audio balancing is good. I turned the music down quite a lot, but the music might be a little quiet, so let me know if I should turn it up. Planning on train base? Yes. So I want to do a train base, but the problems I had with last time's train base was I built the grid size way too large. I overbuilt it to the extreme. And speaking of overbuilding, I also built a ridiculously overcomplex intersection design. So, well, I didn't build it. I used an overcomplicated intersection design I found on the internet. So I'm not going to be doing either of those things this time. This time, I'm going to have much smaller grid sizes, and I'm also going to use much simpler intersections with the ability to upgrade them to elevated rails if and when I have throughput problems in certain places. Oh yeah, so not only do I have a new laptop that I'm streaming from, but I also have a new microphone. I have a Shure microphone now, which is the same one that a lot of the fancy YouTubers use, but I got this for $100 on eBay instead of $400 on Amazon. So it was a pretty good deal. But I'm also using a really cheap microphone arm to hold it right now, so I want to get a better one. I'm also using a Scarlett Solo DAC now, which is nice because it has an XLR input instead of using USB. So that is leveled up. Oh, you're talking about my voice. I made an incorrect assumption. Did my voice change? I don't know. Factorio too loud? Okay, I turned down Factorio a little bit. I'm gonna turn my own volume up. You were asking if my mic changed? Okay. Good to know, because that's the question I answered. Yes, I do sound different because the mic is different. Okay, so we have the whole tech tree ahead of us. Oh yeah, another big difference this time is I no longer have recipe book, because now the Factoriopedia can filter unresearched things. Which is just freaking fantastic. In fact, I haven't even updated recipe book to 2.1. Okay, my stream preview looks a little laggy. Is the stream lagging? No, it's not lagging anymore. Okay, well, in any case, the maybe it's just my stream preview lagging then, because I'm hammering my GPU quite hard. In fact, I'm yeah, if we look at GPU top real quick, you'll see that OBS is using 100% of the video encoding capability of my GPU. But I am streaming at 30 FPS instead of 60. So that is a difference. It's funny, I'm playing a 60 FPS game on a 120 FPS monitor, but I'm streaming it at 30 FPS, so the stream is a quarter the number of frames that my monitor is actually displaying. Right, well, the crazy thing is that this is all being done on my integrated GPU. This integrated GPU is actually quite good. The X7 358H is a great CPU. Like, it's, this laptop can compile Factorio faster than my desktop could. And its GPU is significantly less powerful than the 6800 XT, but it is plenty good enough for most of what I do. And if I wasn't recording an extremely high-resolution VOD right now as well, then the video encoding would only be using like 30% of the encoder instead of all of it. 30% is being taken up by the stream encoder, and the other 70 is taken up by the high-resolution VOD encoder. But let me make sure it's working. Holy crap, I already have 2 gigabytes. Yeah, that's quite a high-resolution VOD, isn't it? I might turn that down later, we'll see. Then I'm streaming it, or I'm recording it at 15 megabits per second, but I'm doing it in AV1. So the relative quality is significantly better than what I would otherwise have. How much storage do I have? I have about 19 terabytes left on my server. But at the rate of 2 gigabytes, like a gigabyte every 10 minutes, what is that? 1 giga out of 10 minutes. 1 gigabyte. Okay, so it's that many bits per second. Then we do 19 terabyte divided by the answer. Answer in hour. Okay, so I have enough storage to store 3,000 hours of VOD footage, so that's plenty. I res might delete later. Okay, what am I even trying to do? I have electricity. First goal is to, we'll have to make copper. So I need more drills. Oh, I already lost lazy bastard, rip. Do I have achievements turned on? No, yes I do. But I might just use a command to disable them because I don't really care. Is it too late to restart? Yes. We're so far into this game already. It's way too late to restart. Okay, autosaves are working. Cool. One change in 2.0 or 2.1 that I forgot about is now autosaves are actually kept in the directory that your save is in. So the autosaves for Revenge of the Pie will be kept in the Revenge of the Pie folder, which is nice. Oh gosh, I need way more coal. I'm gonna make it a habit to just mine any rocks that I come across as I come across them, so that they're not in the way. I did change alien biomes to not decrease my walking speed at all, so it's set to 0%, I believe. Oh my god! Yeah, tile speed reduction 0%. Thank you for the follow, Biter10. Appreciate you. Man, the rest of the text on my laptop screen is a little bit small. Okay, now we have all of the garbage. Cool. Let's go. I think for now, we're going to continue expanding our burner phase. I would like to get 4 furnaces of each material. So we're just going to copy and paste that, basically. Gosh, one disadvantage of using my laptop with a Thunderbolt dock is this Thunderbolt dock does not support variable refresh rate. So my monitor being at 120 hertz and the game being at 60 is really annoying right now because it's not a perfect, despite it being exactly 2x, it's not actually a perfect transition. So the game is stuttering a little bit right now. Are you sure the stream's not lagging? It's pretty laggy on my laptop. Oh, I don't have the Twitch app on my... It is? Okay, I'm gonna slightly turn down the VOD bitrate. Okay, I've restarted the VOD recording, and I turned it down from the highest possible quality to balanced quality. And now it's only taking 30% encode strength. Let's see if it's lagging. It's probably going to be significantly less as good looking, but that's fine. I can move more. Okay, this is like a really good test for the encoder because it's nighttime. Okay, let's see how that was. Oh, it looks fine. No problem. This is way better. So I turned it down to 12 megabits, and I set it to medium quality, and it appears to be handling it just fine. Okay, good to know. Okay. So the first 10 minutes of footage is absolutely unusable, but that's fine. You live and you learn, right? Need more iron. I need more copper, actually. There we go. Oh, wait, yeah, it would have told me with the total raw. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have power, we have iron, and we have copper. So now, now we can experience the best feature in 2.1. Which is, I'll show you in a second. As soon as we're done crafting. And GPU top does not have a way to sort it by usage. That's sad. Okay. How much usage are we using now? Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of faffing around in the first VOD, or in the first stream, while I figure things out. Okay. Because like I said, this is a wholly new setup. So I'm gonna have to figure out the quirks as we go. I was actually gonna redo all the alerts too, but I was too lazy and I wanted to stream. I've been having the itch to play Pi for like a week. I wanted to do it. But I didn't want to do it without you guys. Okay, well, best feature in 2.1. You ready for this? You ready for this? I mean, are you ready for this? Bang! Look at that. We can finally see behind the lab. Freaking incredible. Yes, it also has smoke. It has smoke, it has robots, it hides tall, any entities that mods mark as tall. And that should be bound to Alt-V. I don't know why it wasn't. There we go. Okay, so we need to automate automation science. So we need native flora and planter boxes and all that jazz. So let's craft a flora collector, for which we need even more iron. Even more iron. Yeah, we need to fix our iron. Oh, we're full on ash as well. And we've actually played Factorio instead of existing in a state of limbo, only working on it and mods. Well, yeah. I go through phases. I haven't played Factorio in quite a long time, actually. I've played Factorio for maybe 20 minutes this entire... Or 20 minutes, like 4 hours this entire year. I've been playing other games. Yeah, shocker, I know. Crazy. Holy moly! Early game pie be like... Oh, you guys can't see this, can you? No, you can't. Oh, Vellum is not working. Dang. Sorry, I was trying to circle this, but you guys wouldn't be able to see it anyway because I'm using game capture. In fact, my my window manager has this neat feature called dynamic screencast target, so I can actually like do this, and bang, suddenly you guys can see chat and my stream manager. Hello. And then I can go back to Factorio, or I can like open my file manager and show you my VODs folder on my server. It's kind of nice. I didn't only call us 12. I did just now. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so flora collectors will collect flora, but we definitely need a more sustainable way to mine our resources. Because we're not going to get electric mining drills for a long time. Not until Pi Science 1. So we're going to be ashing it up for a while. and or we go all in on wood. That's something I want to try this time, is I want to try going all in on wood production and see if we can reduce our ash consumption in the early game, or ash production in the early game. Because these can be powered by wood, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we need to design a tileable method of making drills so that we can put in the fuel, extract the resources, and extract the ash. So we need 2 inserters. We'll just do this. How do I do pre-configure? Pre-configure build is middle click. Shift middle click. Yeah, that should be working. It's not. Code green! It's not working! Thank goodness we have underground belts. This would be impossible without them. Oh, no, that's not the way to... I mean, we could do that, but that means that we have gaps. So the closest, the furthest away we can put them is this, which means that we can't really do much, actually. If we do this... I know Simon did some really cool thing with this, but I'm not going to steal Simon's design, because that's sad. Maybe we can't get full coverage. I mean, if we could change the inserter drop lane, then we could just do this, and then have one belt here, with what, half coal, half ash. But we can't do that. Oh, that's gonna leave gaps anyway. So yeah, I think we'll do something like that. We'll just have to do this, which kind of freaking blows, but it is what it is. Jump ash in the same way. Yeah, that would also work. But we don't have splitters. Well, thanks for stopping by, Penny Jim. Have a good day. Yeah, we could just do that. It's kind of dumb. But it is what it is. If we had Bob's inserters, we could just do that. Now I understand why people use Bob's inserters. But Bob's inserters is dumb. Ain't nobody got time for that. We could do that, or we could just put ash on the output belt. Why not pie block? Because I want to do regular pie. Pie block is significantly different, and haven't beaten real pie yet, so. Yeah, I am actually gonna go with the solution of putting it on the output belt. I think that's the solution that is like the least. So we just do this, and then we have an ash outserter. This will have trouble if it backs up, but that's fine. We can flip that. And then do that. Oh, I need to grid. Toggle blueprint grid. Shift Alt G. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we do that, and then we just add the coal here. And then we can investigate replacing it with wood as soon as possible. In the meantime, we have been producing some resources. Okay, we have a flora collector. Let's go hook these up. Out of all the Pyanodons entity designs, this is certainly one of them. Right, I don't get lamp until a little bit later. But actually, that's not too bad. Do I have tech tree rebalancing turned on Streamlined? Structural judgments, technology judgments? No, I do not. Okay, well for now I'm just gonna fill this with belts. We can do the real thing later. Okay, I'm gonna spot check the VOD. Make sure the VOD is good. Okay, yeah, VOD looks fine. All right, this is used directly in this. Okay, so planter boxes. Enter planter boxes need wood. Do we have... Yeah, we have the wood recipe. In a wood processing unit. And we do have those, yes. So for now, we actually need to get logs manually. Because we can't make wood until we get wood processing later. By the way, everyone should enable this in single-player games. If you Control-Alt-Click settings and go to the rest, you can disable technology GUI pauses game so that when you're in the tech GUI, the game will continue running. It's so good. Hey, King. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Yes, it has been a long time. Okay. No tileable mining. Now we need to create a setup to craft the things. Well, first we need to make some and put them in a lab. Of course. Best feature by far. Okay. Automation science pack. We need to handcraft some. We need small parts. We need knit planter boxes. We need knitted flora. Okay, so we need soil. I'm pretty sure the only way to get soil is through the soil extractor. It's kind of funny because you can always reach down and pick it up with your hands, but... I'm still working for Whoop? Yes. Still working on 2.1 stuff. So, I've been kind of in hibernation mode for the last month, so I haven't been working that much, which is kind of bad because I just bought a house. So, my finances are actually a little tight right now. But I'll be okay. Like, I'm not in danger. I'm just, this is the tightest my finances have been since I started living on my own. I'm not used to living. I'm living paycheck to paycheck for the next 2 months, which is freaky. I've never had to do that before. Now I understand the stress of being poor. But I got a house. I cannot answer any questions regarding future Whoop plans. Okay, we're just gonna YOLO all of this into the middle for now. This is how spaghetti is born. Okay, we actually do need water for that. Let's move that down here. Be slightly intelligent about how we lay this out. House tour when? This is my office. House tour complete. Okay, so we have the wood being made. We need native flora and bricks and soil. Okay. Too small, couldn't see? Too bad. When do we unlock coal? At least like a little bit of coal processing? Oh, it's like immediately. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got wood, we got soil. Now we need stone bricks, which I'm not making any of. Stone is over here. I also appreciate that 2.1 shows you the recipe on a furnace. There's a lot of good changes in 2.1 and some bad changes, some of which were written by me. Oh, Keragen, I forgot. Oh, that's okay. We'll just take care of that in a minute. For now, we're just gonna build this right here. Because we have plenty of stone to throw in it from mining rocks. That is the nice thing about alien biomes having so many rocks is it has a lot of rocks. And rocks give you a lot of stone. Rock and stone. Am I right? Okie dokie. We're actually gonna semi-automate this because I want to get stone paths as quickly as possible. Increase our walking speed. There we go. Oh, come on, filter helper. There we go. First ash chest, let's go. Oh, I'm an actual fool. Yeah, I'm actually a fool, yeah. Is the same over here? Yep. Ding dong. Someone's a big ding dong head, and it's me. Remember life before save times were optimized? I remember them taking a lot longer than they used to. But I also have non-blocking saving. Well, I don't even have it turned on. I just didn't notice the saves, I guess. That's funny. Okay, do we have enough stone bricks now? We actually need native flora. What is non-blocking saving? Mac OS and Linux have the ability to auto-save in the background instead of blocking the game while it saves. Created first automation science at 37 minutes. Yeah, it forks the entire process, which is a really ingenious hack, actually. Oxide was a smart cookie. Okay, so coal processing one. I would also like to prioritize lamps. Oh, that's just a straight shot. Okay. Not too bad. So the way that fork works is the memory is copy on write. So it shares the same memory, but as soon as either process writes to that memory, then it makes a copy. And that means it splits the memory between the processes. Unfortunately, Factorio writes a byte to every entity as it saves. Which means that every entity, which is most of the used RAM is the entities, gets copied. So basically, yes, it doubles your RAM requirement. You need to have at least as much RAM available as the game is currently using in order for the feature to work reliably. And that's why it's an experimental feature, and it will never be a stable feature, because it has a lot of gotchas like that. Why prioritize lamps? Because I like seeing at night. I don't have the mod installed this time that makes buildings glow in the dark when they're on. Okay, so you make one native flora per second. That's easy to deal with. Okay, so Yeah, we only need one native flora assembler, or one science pack assembler. I'm pretty sure that we, still to this day, in the previous game, we ended the game with one science pack assembler, so that's fine. So now we need to get 0.33 native flora, so that's plenty of native flora. We need 4 per minute planter box and 4 per minute small parts. I can't alt-click those, that's sad. Hello? That was weird. Right, so you make an empty planter box with those, and you make a planter box with those. Oh, right, I don't have the assembler unlocked. Okay, cool. So that's just a straight shot. But we have 0.8 per second of these, so we actually need 2 inserters, which is annoying. And then we need the planter boxes and the native flora and small parts. Okay, so we have soil, we have ash, we have plenty of that. We have stone bricks, we have wood, we have iron plates. We don't have small parts, so we need to create small parts. And I remember the small parts assembly being a little bit fun. Four per second of bolts and copper cables. We need as much of this as we can. And we need 2 of those for copper plates. Or sorry, for gears. Wait, don't we also need gears for the bolts? No. We just need iron sticks for those. And iron plates. Okay. So how is this looking? We are bottlenecked on the copper cables and the iron sticks. Okay. Nope. Jeez, these are hungry. Okay, there we go. No. No. It's bottlenecked on that now. Frick. Bottleneck by inserters. Yeah. This is way too much throughput for our current inserter limits. The most that we can put is 2.1 per second. That produces 2. We'll probably have to call it good at 2. Because now we have 6 per second of bolts, which we can't even do anyway. So that'll have to do. Like that. That is our setup. Yeah, it doesn't matter that we are bottlenecked by this because we're bottlenecked by inserters anyway. And to top that all off, we still need ash and coal belts for all of this. Okay, so that touches all the assemblers, and then we also need an output for the small parts. Right there. And then we also need inputs of iron. Okie dokie. We gotta be smarter about this. You take 4 per second to create 2 per second, but we're only using 0.67. So what is your iron usage? 0.67 times that. So 0.67 times 2 is like 1 point something. So we're actually going to get bottlenecked by the iron inserter on this assembling machine. I forgot how much of early game Pi is actually bottlenecked by the inserters. Okay, so that's iron. We need to get iron to all of these as well. It's inserter throughput. Inserter throughput updated or something like that. Really nice. Okay. So in that case, we probably need to move this over here. So that we can have the ash on the sides. And then that one doesn't need an iron input. So that's actually perfect. So ash and coal there. Then we have this entire section available for iron input. Oh yeah, baby. Look how clean that is. Okay, so the ash and coal will go out there, and in there, we have small parts out, we have iron in. We need to still make the iron in. and the copper. 2.67 small parts per second. Oh, we're bottlenecked on our outsider now. Oh, I need more of these. Oopsies. Yeah, the new assembler graphics, I love them. It's just so hard to get used to. It's because they've looked the same way for so many years. Oh, wow, we already blew through all of our stone. Cool. Okay, we only need 2 of those. We want as many of this as possible. Gosh, this is going to be so bottlenecked on everything. It's not even worth trying to ratio it anymore. This is how it's going to be. Gosh. So this is probably only going to make not very much garbage. Okay, that'll be for copper plates. That makes that unusable. Unless I move the whole thing, like, unless I move the assemblers further out. In which case... We get long inserters at logistics science, right? Yep. Or no, it's Pi Science 1. This is at Pi Science 2, where we get a different recipe. Early game Pi is fun. Okay, so we have a couple options here. This is probably not going to run anywhere near at full tilt. Okay, I have a plan. This will actually be a rock coal outsider like that, and then it'll go around the corner to get there. Then the ash outsider will be here. Sorry, it'll be here and go back onto this belt. Yeah, that's a good solution. Okay, then we can have 2 outputs for this. So I highly doubt we're going to reach 2.67, so I'm actually willing to bet that we will be bottlenecked on something else. Okay, that should do it. We have small parts. Okay, I don't want to build the whole base in the middle here. So let's start building our spaghetti up here. We have a choice to make. Yeah, I think up here. This will have consequences for the next 200 hours. Let's go. No. Yeah. We're building it up here. You get limited space in Pi? No, you have unlimited space. There's no reason to be persnickety about how much space you take up in Pyanodons. It is unlimited. Oh, right. I don't have splitters yet. I can't do that. All right, so that's the ash output. We can just leave that alone for now. Yeah, the that mega base, that Pi mega base was really freaking cool. I loved that a lot. There we go. Okay, so now we have an input for small parts, and we have a storage for small parts. This takes 0.4, so that should be fine. Probably won't be fine. We'll find out. Because that's 0.77 in ideal conditions, and these are not ideal conditions. Man, why can't I change that output? Come on. Can't do it on a curve? Sad. Okay. The native flora comes in on the bottom. Small parts comes in on the top. And planter box. We have ash output. We have full input. Now we need the output for that. That'll go into labs at some point. Okay, this. We have ash. Yeah, we can just input ash off of this belt. That should be fine. What's this ratio again? We need 0.8 times 3. 2.4. So we need an entire side dedicated to freaking ash here. And another side dedicated to soil. Uh-oh. This actually has to move up. Zero 0.8 of those. So we have, sorry, 2.5. I don't know where I got that 3 from. That happens to me sometimes where my brain just comes up with numbers that don't exist. 2.5 times 0.8. 2. So yeah, we need 2 of those. We have 1.5 times 0.8 is 1.2. So that should be good. We have ash here, we have soil there, and we have planter box there. Okay, for the planter box, we need 2 wood per second, which is an entire side. Then we have 1 iron plate per second, which is 2 inserters. And then we have 4 stone bricks a second. That's not happening. Sorry, we need 2 stone bricks. 4 times 0.4. 1.6. Yeah, so we still do need 3 inserters for the stone bricks. And 2 times 0.4 is less than 1. That's 0.8. Oh, we still need 2 for that. But 1, the iron plates, we can get away with just 1. I can't believe that fits. Holy crap. That's so good. I started over. Yes, I did. Yeah, Divine Intervention, remember that the inserter overlay is the best case throughput. It's not actually going to be that high when you're interacting with belts. It is good for ballpark estimates, though. It's really good. But the very reason we don't have something like this in vanilla is because it's an estimate. Yeah, from machine to machine. Yeah, rate calculator is nice. Unfortunately, mine doesn't work on ghosts yet, and that's why I'm using this one. Oh, we are horrendously bottlenecked on the science pack. It's funny. So you have 0.2 per second, and 1 takes 30 seconds. 1 pack every 30 seconds. That's 0.03 packs per second. 0.2 divided by 0.03 is 6. So we can power like 6 labs with this. 1 assembler. That's plenty. By the way, I'm using a really cool numpad I bought, which is also a calculator. Really nice. I would refuse to play Pi if I didn't have rate calculator. It is non-optional. I am using it left-handed, and you can't stop me. Because, see, if I use it left-handed, look at how much space I have from my mouse. Look at this. Isn't that great? Whee! Turn up the DPI on the mouse? No, I like it exactly where it is. Oh gosh, I am still not researching. I need to set up like an alarm that will yell at me when I'm not researching. Oh wait, that's called circuit network. Oh wait, I'm not gonna get circuit network until Pi Science 1. Because I refuse to use wires until I unlock the circuit network research. That's just a self-imposed challenge. Fine. I like it. There we go. That should take care of power for a minute. Okay, fine. I'll turn up my DPI. How you like this? Woo! And this is even higher. Holy crap, that is unusable. Jeez. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's even high. Holy crap. Okay, okay, check this out. You ready for this? Wee! Woo! 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 I'm barely moving it at all. I have it on the lowest setting. Oh, I immediately put it back to the lowest setting. I love low DPI. Hey, Jim Quill, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate ya. Thanks for the 3 months. Now I'll actually have a reason to,
Ultra high DPI is the way.
No, low DPI is the way. I have all this real estate. I'm gonna use it. Okay, ghost counter. Okay, but next I need to hook up belts to all of the things. That'll be the next task. Once I get the assembling, or once I get the thing in place, the next task will be actually hooking up the inputs to it. I'm actually going to remove this for a minute. You know, I wonder if removing that, it destroyed the progress, didn't it? On the science pack? Yeah, it did. That's funny. Okay, and in Pi, you always stack labs vertically so that you can see what you're doing. We're probably going to move this later. That's what I said last time, and then I kept it in the exact same place the entire game. Oh gosh, why are my hotkeys all screwed up? Olivia, thanks for the 24 months. We'll probably move this later. Exactly. I forgot to set up my hotkeys.
We'll probably move this later.
I forgot to do electric connections for this part. Oh, we don't need to worry about covering the inserters. Yeah, that's fine. Fine how it is. Yes, in fact, here, let me pull up the Slack message. Okay, well I can't find it, but when I brought up that this feature should be a thing, the mod that I used as an example was Pi, but I also used elevated rails as an example. So it was implemented because of elevated rails, but I also used Pi as an egregious example of entities with artwork that goes way outside of its collision box. Yes, elevated rails is the excuse, Pi is the reason. That's a good way to put it. In fact, originally we were trying to implement a feature where if you were hovering over anything or you built anything behind an entity, then it would automatically make it translucent, but that ended up not working out for various reasons. Oh, we're committed now. This is where the things go. Those are kind of close to the copper mine, but that's fine. Gosh, I need so many belts. Okay, so this is native flora. Let's hook up the native flora first. Oh, we need spoilage handling for the native flora too. Can't forget that. There, spoilage handled. You know, there is, I think there is a mod that turns the labs into just scaled up vanilla labs. There's also the chop mod. No, I don't want the chop mod. Pie veganism, I forgot about it. That's funny. I swear there was a mod for this. Yeah, there's pie block. That's fine. Don't know why I built all of that. We only have one lab. Next is all of the inserters. Okay, so that's native flora. We have spoilage handling, quote unquote. quote unquote. I tend to say quote unquote for some reason instead of quote unquote, which is what it actually is. I don't know why. Delicious spaghetti has been, is already being born. I just tried to use blueprint shotgun. I'm gonna miss it so much. I just need to learn the speedrun strats. Hey, Mecha how's it going? Perhaps I should have built this closer to the mines. Yeah, the auto pipe connector mod is brilliant. It's brilliant enough that I tried to implement it into the base game and then scrapped it for various reasons. It's actually significantly more difficult to add it to the engine than it is to make it as a mod. So I determined I'm just going to leave it as a mod, unfortunately. Because with the automatic underground connectors, the amount of times I need to actually place pipes is significantly reduced. It's awesome. Because you could just do that. Yoink. You could just be building your pipeline and then just go around a corner and then it just automatically works. It's great. Oh, wait, we could probably use some of that ash. Well, we'll see how much ash we need. Right, this is all for ash, isn't it? Sorry, I've been in the zone. Okay, I also need to automate. Yeah, I need to automate. Yeah, I need to automate belts. And I have iron right here, and I have small parts right here. That's too close together. Oh, except that's the iron belt. Oh, it can go right here. Haha. There we go. So I can pull iron off of here and small parts off of there, and suddenly I have belts. Bang, done. So I'll need to make sure I don't take too many small parts, but I could use a wire, but that's my self-imposed limitation. So I'll probably end up doing something like it's fancier later. Okay, well, let's get some stuff rolling. They see me rolling. They hating. And that's the soil. The soil needs to come up from here, except it'll be way freaking cheaper to just bring it up with a pipe. The pipes are just iron, whereas this requires small parts. So a pipe is 1 iron plate for 1 pipe, and 1 transport belt is 2.7 iron plates and 0.7 copper plates. So yeah, we bring the water to the soil extractor instead of bringing the soil extractor to the water. I love watching my code work. This automatic underground dragging, avoiding obstacles is some of the best code I've ever put into Factorio, in my opinion. I handled so many edge cases, and it all just works. Works much better than smart belt dragging, if I do say so myself. Although it's not a very high bar to clear. Cool, I'm completely out of iron. Let's go. I mean, what I would want from smart belt dragging would be instead of avoiding obstacles with the smallest amount of underground belts, I would want it to automatically keep dragging the underground belt until the maximum length. Or even better, you start this drag, and then as soon as it does that, and then you go out, it'll go as far back as it can, and then it'll shift this over until it gets to the middle of the obstacle. That would be my ideal smart belt dragging. That sounds horrendously difficult to code. So I'll just do it manually. Like right here. I definitely want this to be like that. You could call it advanced belt building. Just because it's advanced doesn't mean it needs to be good. Okay, soil. Soil can go... Soil extractors can go here. Surely we won't need to put anything more up this column, right? Surely not. Oh, except we want to put that one over. Yes, am I doing exactly the same things that I did last time, which led to all of my spaghetti? Yes. Am I doing that on purpose? Yes. I love spaghetti. Spaghetti is fun. It's not pie if it's not spaghetti, monsters. Do I just need the one soil extractor, actually? What's the ratio here? You create 2 per second. And you need 2.5, but you're running at 0.8? What was this ratio again? Hello? Why is there a loop there? Hello? There should... Huh? Excuse me? What is happening? Why is this showing as... Oh, it's the ash. It's the ash. There we go. Because it produces and consumes ash. When it was in ghost form, it doesn't know what fuel is going to be in there, but now these have... Oh, gosh. Now these have coal in them, and that has Where did that keratin come from? What? These produce keratin? No. Spooky. Yeah, these have coal in them now, so it suddenly knows that it'll produce ash as a byproduct. Yeah, that's it. The ash is unconstrained. Yeah, so that's 0.8, which means we only need 2.5 times 0.8, which is 2 per second, and that's exactly what that makes. So we only need the 1. But I will leave this column open just in case we want to make more. Because we'll probably upgrade these to assembler 2s as soon as we get them. Well, not as soon as we get them, but we will do it at some point, which will cause us to double our rate of consumption. So I will actually build 2 out in advance, anticipating that future need. Unfiltered inserter taking... No, because these only take out ash on this side and doesn't take out anything on this side. The worst part about playing Pi on stream is that I have to have this giant light in my face to light up the webcam. This is all going to be so much better once I have all the stuff automated. The first couple hours of Pi is rough. Okay, now I just need a crap ton of iron. I might do some stream spaceless, but I don't know. I don't particularly like have a specific care for doing face cam, but it's kind of fun. It prevents me from picking my nose while I'm recording. No, I haven't actually done that. I don't pick my nose. Yeah, the spaceship assembler was kind of cool. It was always a bit of a gimmick. Isn't that just so cool? It automatically filled that in, and it works. Man, pipes are expensive. Like using all of my iron production right now just for pipes. I mean, it's 10 pipes, and it has a max length of 10, so you're using 5 extra per... You're using 15 pipes for 10 tiles instead of 10, or 15 iron plates for 10 tiles instead of 10 iron plates for 10 tiles. But it's worth it. Should become a VTuber. I have considered doing PNG tuber, where in this corner here I would have like the chibi engineer. That would be kind of fun. Right, it wouldn't be a VTuber, it would be a PNG tuber, so there would just be the chibi smug face and then a chibi happy face when I'm talking. And that's it. That's a little less cringe than VTubers. I say I'm very much a VTuber enjoyer. Oh, hey, does anybody see the design flaw with this? We have nowhere to put the Pi Science Pack 1s, or we have nowhere to put the logistics and military science packs. Well, that's why there's an extra space here, so I can move this over and then add another thing there later. Sounds like a future you problem. Exactly. You know me too well. Oh gosh, I might need to bring back the coal snake. At least I'll do 4. This produces coal very quickly. I'll make coal buffers instead of picking it all up by hand. I did have coal buffers until I demolished the coal snake. Now I don't. But why not make? That question is answered by I haven't done it yet. There's so much to do. One step at a time. Right now I'm making pipes. I really should have just made this an opaque pipe instead of underground pipes, but too late now. Also, the fact that it's interleaving with the poles is really cursed. There we go. I played a bunch of Peak last night, so I just tried to hold shift to run. That's funny. Oh, wait. I missed those 2 pipes, didn't I? Go back! And this is why it takes me 100 hours to get logistics science, because, there we go. I keep missing things like that. Okay, so these should have water now. They don't, because they're missing a pipe. Yoink. Okay, so now we have all the soil. We need the wood for the planter boxes. The wood is going to be interesting because we ain't got that yet. So this is going to be a hand-fed thing until we can get wood processing. We are successfully... No, we still need to make the small parts. Dingo. But we are very short on iron. I'm working on it.
Fix it, fix it, fix it.
Calm down. The freaking coal is on the wrong side of the belt. There we go. Oh no, we're out of iron. Okay, that's the minimum amount of inserters we need. Hold on, none of this needs electric poles. There's no electricity here. It's all burner and mechanical inserters. So now we should be able to drop some iron onto this belt. And it should start making stuff? No, we need to feed the assemblers. That's not the minimum viable number of inserters, because we still need to feed all the assemblers. It's the minimum viable inserters to go between the machines. Yeah, you have fuel, you have fuel, you have fuel. You do not have fuel. This got messed up. There we go. So now I need, the first belt I need to build is the fuel belt. Well, thankfully that's already mostly done. Just need more iron plates, of course. Everything takes small parts. All right, cool. Now all of these have fuel. Next is the iron belt, for which we need iron, typically. In fact, we have so much copper, like we have so much copper built up, I'm actually just gonna demolish half of these and repurpose them for iron. Okay, iron belt is done. Done. Now we need to hook it up to the iron mine, which means we need to actually build the iron mine. Except I already have... I already have a shared ash and coal belt. Gosh, once small parts are automated, everything else gets so much easier. It's automating small parts that's the biggest hurdle in the early game. Oh yeah, we still need to make stone bricks as well. Okay, I'm gonna take a short break to go wet my glass. I'm gonna go refill my water. I'll be back. Well, actually, first, I'm gonna refill the iron so that it continues producing. Okay, now I'm gonna go. I'll be back.
Moisturize me, moisturize me.
have returned with jerky. Gonna be another 30 or 40 hours before we see this. Or maybe 30. Took you 60 to get rocks? Jeez. Oh no, wait. It's formic acid. Yeah. Oh, 60 for Pi 1? Oh, wow. Okay. That's quite a long time. One second. Oh. Gosh dang it. I decided I actually need to hear my dryer finish because I want to take the stuff out of the dryer as soon as it's done. Oh, I have so much coal. I've been a very naughty boy. Yeah, look at all that iron. Let's go. Oh, I should, you know, be smarter about this. I should build this as high up as I can. So that, I can make the other belt go down. It took 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? Yeah, that'll fit perfectly. So I can get exactly 2 belts of iron ore out of this column. That's nice. Okay, so that means that the coal goes up to there. We need to route the ash back onto this belt, actually. Which means that we just separate it. How much coal will this all take? That's 8 megawatts. And raw coal is 3 megajoules per thing. So that's like 2 and a bit raw coal per second per miner. Or sorry, I'm an idiot. That's 8 megawatts total. So 1 megajoule can feed 1 megawatt for 1 second. So we don't need that much coal. So we can just pull off a bit from here. And it'll be fine. How much ash is this actually going to produce on itself? 0.13 ish. Oh, and not all of those might have had coal in them. Yeah, it's not very much. So we only need to dedicate 1 ash to that. The other ash can come from there. Look at me being responsible and handling my ash. Crazy. But that also means this has a dependency on having raw coal, or at least, yeah, raw coal. But in the case we switch this to wood, we can just remove that line and flip that belt, and then we're done. That fixes it, so it's good. We all good. It's all gonna be fine. And that's copper. Okay, so next we need to create a smelting line for the iron that we are smelting. Or that we are mining. Well, no. Gotta finish the coal first. Bingo. I can just take some from up here. I'm actually a fool. Putting the ash on the output belt is not only making this more complicated, but it's also taking up more space. Because if we let's just build a setup where we take the ash out and put it there. That is to get rid of that and that. So if we just flip that around and we have that go from under there, then that works fine. So even though we're doing this, right, so the tile size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This tile size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is actually smaller and better. So we're actually going to demolish all of this, and we're going to build it again. Because now this means we don't need to filter the output from ash, which means that the output can just be a straight belt instead of having to be having an inserter splitter. Yeah, that's actually significantly better. Gosh, why there's so much soil in my inventory? I've soiled my pants quite thoroughly. So my thinking here is that instead of filtering this, I can just continue this belt. But because I have to, yeah, it's gonna have to come from the other direction. So it's gonna have to go down this way, and then back around and up this way, and then flip around like that. And then it'll come back and contribute to the ash. I should have been crafting belts this entire time. Okay, then we can build our iron smelting up here. So we're gonna need furnaces. We need enough to consume the 15 iron ore per second that this will So how much will this do? This is crafting speed of 1, and it can craft this 10 seconds. So it'll take 10 seconds to consume 8 iron ore, so it's 0.8 iron ore per second. And that'll be 15 divided by 0.8 is 19. It'll take 20 furnace. Well, it's 18.75. Just gotta wait for this handcrafting to finish. Music is chiptunes. I just have a whole playlist of chiptune mixes that I found on YouTube. Yeah, I like the chip tunes. It's kind of nice. Okay, so one of these should consume. We grab some iron ore. This should be 0.8. Yes, I was right. So 0.8 times what is equal to 15. Yeah, that is 15 divided by 0.8 is 18.75. So it should be 20 furnaces in order to get all the things that we need. Except, oh, that's annoying because we need to have coal input and ash output across this entire thing here. And then we also need input and output here. How do we do this? One of my buddies just tip tunes and the reaction when he goes on stage and pulls out a Game Boy. Oh, that's so cool. Your buddy is awesome. Okay. Yeah, because ordinarily I would split the Okay, this might be a situation where I want to output the ash onto the iron belt. Then that way we can get the coal and iron ore from here. That's 0.8 per second. So we actually need to completely fill that with inserters. And then how much raw coal? 4 per minute. Yeah, that's fine. And then we just output everything here. That'll create 0.1 and 4 per minute, so that should be good. So this way we can do a similar, except I don't have splitters. The eternal struggle of not having splitters. Oh gosh, we need so much of this. Okay, well, since we don't have splitters, that means we need to prioritize having one input belt. No, we need to do it like this. Okay, that's as many inserters as we need in order to split a belt. That's kind of insane. Four-man splitter. Or maybe I did that math entirely wrong. We'll see. Can I get away with 10?
Hello there.
Hello, General Tank. It's 9. Okay, it is 10. I'm going with 10. 10 is a nice round number. It's a lot better than 11. Well, for now, we can at least kickstart this a little bit because I'm sick of crafting small parts by hand. We're gonna put some of our suddenly ample iron reserves into there. And then we'll just chuck a bunch of copper in here. Okay, so this should extremely slowly make some small parts. You're just off work? Well, thanks for showing up. Yay! We automated small parts. Let's go. Hog champ. And this is still waiting for stone bricks, right? Yeah. Man, this is already so good. Look, I can just craft inserters without having to craft the small parts. Sometimes. Right, so this is gonna output ash as well as iron plates. We're gonna need to separate those out. See how much faster this is already going now that I have some automated small parts? That's insane. I can craft so much quicker. Utterly deranged. I still have an automated stone. Yeah, I was completely going off of the rocks. Speaking of rocks, there's actually some rocks up here that I'm gonna mine. There we go. Alright, that should be enough for a minute. Okay, I'm actually gonna copy this as a blueprint. This is a poor man's splitter. Except I don't need all of this. What the heck? I didn't update it. Whatever. How much ash is this producing? Wait, I completely miscalculated this. Herder. I thought that was a bit large. I just need to make absolutely certain that there is a an ash at the end, just in case. How many small parts did we get? Oh, a decent amount. Right, I'm completely out of small parts again. Okay, I have all the iron now. Eom. Gosh, why is so much ash missing that? Oh! I need almost an equal number of ash versus iron. There we go. Okay, now we have iron hooked into small parts. Nice. Let's go! This is a vintage splitter from the late 1800s. Yes, bye-bye. I started over. I did not want to continue my other save, and there's been breaking changes and other things as well. Where did I run out of copper? Oh, I never added the freaking inserter. There we go. Now I have an ash disposal for the drills as well as the furnaces. And now we have automated transport belts as well. And we are actually significantly bottlenecked by the outstarter. That's hilarious. At first science got bored, just cheated down the tech tree. Took it 12 hours and 200 slabs, 10 windmills, Mark IVs. Interesting. Who else started Pi last winter? I know Mike started a Pi block. Fizzled out at the same time that I fizzled out. There we go. Now we should be taking the whole belt. Nice. We're not consuming ash nearly quickly enough. Because we haven't finished the science yet. Okay, what are we out of? We're out of iron? What? I forgot how inefficient the iron production is at the start of the game. We're getting, is it 8 ore to a plate, I think? Yeah, crazy. We don't get iron processing stage 1 until high science. Wait. Iron ore. Oh, it's crusher. Okay, that makes way more sense. Then we can process the iron and get a much higher yield. Right, a Roomba. Why did my going there? The motor in the right leg of my motorized desk is having some issues. Heck, my dryer finished and I didn't take it out. I'll be back. I actually managed to catch it right after it finished, so that wasn't too bad. Yeah, watching Psyche's videos on Pi is part of the reason I got the itch again. I was like, you know what, I missed this. Oh, hey, we're backed up on ash. Cool. Gotta start consuming that ash. This ash has to go somewhere too. Okay, so we need to automate copper still, as well as stone bricks. Stone bricks is far easy. Well, no, stone bricks isn't that easy either. So we need to deal with the Keragen. There we go. Okay, well, I think we can safely remove this now. We can use these drills and furnaces for copper. Okie dokie. So we basically need to do exactly the same thing for copper. And copper's kind of in the middle of everything, isn't it? What is the most efficient way we can do this? Yeah, it's definitely this is more efficient. But we don't need to scale up the copper quite as much. So we'll actually just deal with 4 for now. Just to get it running. But of course, we will account for and plan for it having more in the future. Okay, so today's VOD is taking up 14 gigabytes so far. That's not that bad. Right, I came up here to get iron. Except we are totally out of iron there, so I have to grab it out of the furnaces. We just have so much ash. This will only take 1.5 per second. That's not going to be nearly enough to cover all of the ash that we're producing here. Yeah, that's 4 per second. So we're going to have to find another sink for ash. We don't have one yet. We're gonna need to research incinerator. Where's the incinerator? Ah, it's right here. Oh, that was probably science 1. Okay. How many hours did you have on Pi before scrapping everything? 230 hours. Ish. Okay, right, I was making copper. Right, I was making an underground belt. Gosh, that's gonna impede on the spaceship. We can't get rid of the spaceship, obviously, so we're gonna have to find a way around that. One positive about the burner inserters don't produce anything. Yes. Mechanical inserters are great. If I had to do burner inserters on top of all of this, I don't think I would play it. I would get a mod to cheat in better inserters or something. They would just be too much. I don't mind the burner phase. It's burner inserters that I hate. I think Pi does the burner phase very well, especially considering how long it lasts. Okay, we have copper. Once you have a thing designed, it's a lot easier to build it twice. Okay, that's the copper line right there. Let's go. I forgot to filter it. We're not out of the woods yet. Gosh, I need so many inserters. Is copy paste is the single best feature Woob ever added to the game. It was added before I joined Woob, so I say Woob. It is phenomenal. What a mess. Okay, so now I've flipped those, which means I can reinstate that belt. Oops. Get back here. And then it should go all the way through just fine. Then I can just shove that onto there. Just 2.1? Yes. Yeah, I didn't start playing Factorio until after the blueprint library was added. I can't imagine playing Factorio without modern blueprints. More accurately, I can't imagine playing Factorio with blueprints as items. That just sounds miserable. Okay, well, I officially need to just start stockpiling ash because I don't have a way to consume it all right now. Okay, that is almost done. The final piece is stone bricks, which means we need to mine kerogen. Okay, so if we do this sort of thing, can we get rid of enough kerogen to, oh, sorry, burner leech is on. What? Oh, this doesn't have an internal inventory, so we literally can't do that. Yeah, that consumes less kerogen than stone. That's sad. That would have been too easy. Okay, so this produces 1 per second of each stone and kerogen. So we can have 8 on each side for a belt. Sorry. That's it. We can have 4 on each side. That's much more reasonable. All right, and then we need our ye old splitter. Right here. Except one side will be stone. And the other side will be kerogen. Oh, whoops. I built this in the completely wrong spot, I think. I'm gonna have to get rid of it all. Oh, don't worry. I'll be getting steel as soon as I automate this. Okay, we'll do the stone facing up, I think, because we can route it through. Well, no, we'll do it down. I feel like I'm overbuilding at this stage. I'm like fully automating everything when I could easily get a few researches like steel axe and wood processing especially. Right, I don't have wood processing automated, so I can't automate the science pack anyway. Gosh, this ash is terrible. I have an astronomical amount of ash. I'm funny. Yeah, getting off of rock hole is going to be priority 1, I think. Because rock hole is just so inefficient. There we go. Because let's look at the solid fuel values. And out of all of the ash, well, one goes into 1, so the one with the lowest fuel value is kerogen, actually. So kerogen is the least efficient fuel. Briquettes is crazy. Yeah, making all of this run on wood will be really nice. Right up until I need more ash. What are you short on? Small parts. And you are short on iron. Iron is completely bottlenecked by ash. That's insane. Okay, time to double our ash consumption. Yes, pi 2.1. Okay. That might actually be too much. We'll see. Because we need to keep some for the science pack. Oh, well, we'll just manually feed it for a while. Okay, and we're making small parts again. Gosh, okay, so we are completely bottlenecked on copper cable. Oh, that requires simple circuit boards, though. Yeah, we have a long way to go before we get there. Okay. Back to stone. So we can definitely at least feed the stone miners off of the Keragen, right? I feel like at this rate, I'm actually going to go slower than my last game. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I don't need to filter this. I need to filter that. Heck. I built this in the wrong spot. Move it! Yeah, that's much better. This is why you should completely build a design in Ghosts before you commit to building it. 'Cause I ain't got bots. More ash. I think this Keragin's gonna be too prolific to be completely consumed by this. So we'll also go throw the Keragin into power generation. Okay, once these finish their stockpile, we should have significantly less ash to throw away. Oh wait, I have belts automated. Why have I been crafting them? I forgot I automated belts. Oops. Okay, yeah, it produces 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a that's a lot of Keragin. Okay. Awkward. Throw it all into power. Let's go. Okay, but now we have stone, which we can sneak through here. Now, we want to go around. Yeah, I did not plan this well. Spaghetti incarnate. No, I'm just going to take all the garbage out of here. Can't. Yeah, there we go. Get out of there, Ash. Get in there. Yeah, we're already backing up on Kerrigan. Yeah, I probably should have just kept going, but I didn't want to because one, there's been breaking changes, and two, I just wasn't happy with it. Gonna be nice to do it over again. I mean, I'm probably not gonna be happy with this run either, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, this is horrifically bottlenecked on copper cable. Okay, for now, I will need to... Oh, power overload. That's really fun, actually. I like power overload. Chat, should I install power overload? I kind of want to. Power overload means, or makes it so that you have to actually worry about how much electricity is going through your power poles. So like each power pole has a maximum amount of electricity that can pass through it, otherwise it explodes. The problem with power overload is it takes UPS. And UPS is at a premium. I kind of want to try it. If it's too overbearing, we can always remove it later. Latest update added overlays that tanked UPS. Oof. Well, we'll install it for now. Man, the dynamic cast target in Neri is so nice. I'm able to just change what I'm casting. Like, bam, now you can see my thing. Bam, now you can see OBS. Bam, now you can see my B-top. Bang, now we're back on Factorio. And I just hit Windows Shift C and then click on window and it'll cast that. So nice. Okay, well, we don't even have to worry about it yet. Power overload sounds like a fun idea, if anything, if nothing else. Okay, oh, this isn't fully tileable anyway, so I can just sneak. Oh, I can sneak it through the furnace stack. Like right here. Yeah, there's room. The shenanigans are afoot. Let me get it out of here. Get it out of there. And then we just bring it up here. And we have stone. Wait. I'm forgetting a step. I forgot to smelt the stone. Roop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. Oopsie poopsie. I'm especially stupid because that means I don't need this splitter yet. Because I can just have the stone go into the furnaces. The stone and the carriage and go into the furnaces. Well, actually, we'll keep this. What we'll do is we'll split it nicely onto two sides of the belt, or onto each side of the belt. And then we will recombine it. So we'll do that, and then we turn that, put that back in, do that. Bang, now it's nice and clean. And then we feed that into furnaces. There we go. Well, how much is this going to consume? 5 stone per second. This produces 8 stone per second. Okay, so that's still not nearly enough. Oh wait, I'm a genius. I'm a heckin' genius. I still need to split it, but I have a plan. How's our iron doing? Iron is running at full tilt. We just don't have enough of it. Whoa, I have so much stuff though. Holy crap. But I actually need iron plates. I'm not storing iron plates anywhere. Heck. I should probably do that. I mean, once in a blue moon, maybe an iron plate will get there. But yeah, we are running at full production, and it's just not enough. Okay. Yeah, we don't even get medium pulls until later, so if we run out of power, which we will, or if we're producing too much power, we just have to make separate power networks, which is insane. Utterly deranged. Oh gosh, I'm so short on iron plates now. Oh, but if I get any stone there... then it's going to be a problem. I'm just going to worry about that later. That's a later me problem. Well, my plan is actually kind of stupid. It's not going to work. So we'll just go to plan B, which is just bring it up. Or even better, I don't do that. Or no, even better, I bring half of it up and I put the other half down into power. Yeah. Then the other half will feed the Burnai up here. This is all so messy. There we go. Perfection. But this will undoubtedly back up. So we need to figure out exactly how much Keragen we need to put up there. Including but not limited to actually just bringing some down. And putting it back there. Okay, well this is gonna back up real quick because we're not consuming that much power right now. Nor are we consuming that much Keragen for that matter. Oh gosh, we're just completely filling up on Keragen. Okay. I mean, we could box it. That is a thing we could do. But yeah, see now we're completely backed up. What is stone going to be used in later? Oh, rails, of course. And other moss recipes. Man, that is... Alright, my radon fan has been making noise ever since an earthquake a couple of days ago. I need to go into the attic and look at it. Sometimes it's extremely loud. Like right now. Resonating through the whole house. Okay, but with that, we have science automated, question mark? Except for wood? Because that's literally impossible to automate right now. Let's just go cut down a crap ton of trees. No, the radon is not leaking into my house, I don't think. I don't know, that's why I need to go check the fan. The fan sucks radon out from underneath the foundation and vents it through the attic, or vents it through a thing in the attic. There's a big old pipe that goes up from the foundation to the attic. And ever since the earthquake, the fan has been resonating. We are researching. That's a good sign. Yeah, we're completely backed up on Keragen. This is not working. Like, we're deadlocked on Keragen. Completely. We need to get rid of it. Okay, steel. Steel axe. Oh, you need to craft 50 steel. Steel is just limestone and coke. Oh gosh. So next stream we'll start on coke processing. Well, next stream we'll fix the Keragen, and then we'll start on the coke processing. Okay, I think we are good. Yeah, we're making science at least. Oh, my monitor just turned off for some reason. That was weird. Thunderbolt issues. Eventually, I think I'm gonna replace my Thunderbolt dock with that I got. This Thunderbolt dock I'm using is actually from my previous job before I worked for Woob, and it's been sitting in my mom's office for like 4 years, unused. So I went and grabbed it back from her, and now I'm using it. But my future plan is I'm gonna get a Thunderbolt monitor that I can just plug the laptop directly into the monitor so that it has the direct video connection, which will hopefully make it support variable refresh rate. And then there will be a USB hub on the monitor. I'll connect everything else to. I don't have that much stuff. I only have Ethernet and 2 USB cords. One goes to the USB hub on my monitor, and the other goes to my audio interface. So that'll be definitely doable. And then I have the Ethernet cord and the display port and the power. Cool. Awesome possum. Kind of funny that this is bottlenecked on the output and the outserter. That's just hilarious. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good place to stop for today. We got it mostly automated, but we still need freaking right. We turn kerogen into shale oil. I seem to remember that I didn't do kerogen processing in my last run until like 100 hours in. I did kerogen processing extremely late last time. If only I can find a Giants Devil fix their game. Oh, I'm so sorry. I still need to fix the game. There's some fluid system issues I need to fix, but I'm procrastinating. Well, I'm not procrastinating. I was working on it all day today, but I needed to do something else. Yeah, I think that's good for stream 1. Just gonna take some glamour shots real quick. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. Thanks for joining me in this adventure. We are just on the first. We're basically just out the door on a very long journey, and it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. So hope you'll tune in for the rest of it. In the meantime, we'll find somebody to raid. Well, we haven't been streaming for a while, so we'll raid high speed. Well, I mean, that's not why we're raiding high speed, but we'll raid high speed. Normally, I'd say we raid high speed a whole lot. That's why, but we haven't raided high speed in forever, so. See ya! Giving him a nice raid guard in the chat. See ya.